Listen, I know y'all be real entertained by this type of stuff, but today we gonna give y'all a quick history lesson and also an opportunity to see what's really going on behind the scenes with this music industry. Now, I know everybody been talking about NBA Youngboy and Future and this back and forth and the beef, and today we gonna get a chance to look at the real issue. Because I ain't gonna say it's no beef. I ain't even like to use the word beef because it's not beef. It's promotion, but it's not promotion at the same time because there's a real backstory here. So without wasting any more time, let's get to it. Now, before we go further, let's break this down. Future is signed to Epic Records. He operates under his own imprint, Free Bands, FBG. We know this. But he's signed to Epic Records. Keep that in mind. NBA Youngboy, on the other hand, is operating, of course, under his own imprint, but he is signed to Motown Records. Motown operates under Universal, but it's still Motown. The deal with Atlantic is done. NBA Youngboy is Motown. Future is Epic. Let's stop right there. I had to give y'all that back history because, listen, the history between these two labels goes back to close to 60 years ago. The Jackson 5 defection is where it started. In the mid-1970s, the Jackson 5 had become the crown jewel of Motown Records. However, the group grew highly frustrated with the label and founder Berry Gordy over a lack of creative freedom. And eventually, they migrated to where? None other than Epic Records. Now, when they got to Epic Records, of course, Motown was feeling away. So they went through a couple of contractual disputes. You know, they had a lot of different things going on. One of which was Epic was offering 3 times the money that they was making at Motown. But Motown legally owned the trademark to the Jackson 5 name. And because of this, when they went to Epic, they had to change their name to just the Jacksons, which kind of, you know what I mean, hurt the brand a little bit. And then Jermaine was married to Berry Gordy's daughter, so he stayed there at Motown, which meant the Jacksons was missing somebody, and they had to add Lil Bro Randy in to fill the void and make sure that the Jackson 5, even though they had changed their name, still remained the Jackson 5 as far as appearance goes. Now, this ended up being a major move for Mike. Of course, Epic is where he released Thriller and, you know, his other classic albums. And this is also where, you know, he got a chance to really explore his creative abilities and, you know, express himself as an artist, according to him in the history books anyway. So while some of y'all may see Youngboy in the NBA camp against Future in the FBG camp, what I really see here is Epic against Motown. Two labels going back and forth, you know. It's almost like a pep rally, but, you know, they using rappers instead of cheerleaders and shit. And I don't see any violence or any of that type of shit coming out of this at all. I know it make for a good story and, you know, it make for good headlines in the blogs, but this type of stuff been going on for years. It's just now we in an information era where it's easier to put the information on display. Back in the day, you just had to kind of know this stuff and it was passed along word of mouth. Now you got all these different websites where they log in all of this stuff, so it's easier to show y'all. But this is really just Epic against Motown, and, you know, Youngboy and Future just doing their thing, man. You could tell when Youngboy said, "Oh, I just wanted to fuck his rollout up." That should have been the indicator for everybody right there. Because why would you want to fuck up Future rollout? You know what I mean? Like, but y'all know what it is. As much as these labels would like to market this as some type of beef or, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just a friendly competition. And I think that this was the perfect opportunity to bring y'all this history lesson as well and show y'all that a lot of the stuff you see on the internet is really just like this. A lot of these rap beefs and stuff that go on with these artists and stuff is really from situations just like this. Now, I'm not going to be the guy to say, I can't wait to see what kind of diss records come out of this and all of that. But hip hop is a competitive sport, you know what I mean? And this is an opportunity to showcase their competitive nature. I wouldn't be mad at it as long as they keep it on wax and they keep it player. I respect Youngboy coming back and saying, hey, no, Hearn, we ain't got to go chopper for chopping. You know what I mean? I respect that because that let me know he thinking with a business mindset too. You see what he said, man? I just want to mess up dude rollout. So not only is he thinking with a business mindset, but it seemed like a business move that he was put up to. With that said, I'm going to go on and wrap this one up. I ain't going to keep y'all too long. I don't want to take y'all down memory lane, but I just wanted to show y'all how sometimes it really is deeper than rap. Sometimes there really is a deeper underlying story. I ain't saying that somebody from Epic told Future to beef with Youngboy because he from Motown. I don't even think Pluto done said much of shit. And I ain't saying somebody from Motown told Youngboy to beef with him because he signed to Epic. But I do think that they, as artists, know the history of these two labels and the history between these two labels. And they kind of playing on that and playing into it to create a storyline. But yeah, man, hit that hype button before you get up out of here. Hit that like button before you get up out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that YouTube stuff. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm out.